Hello, and welcome back to the arcade. My name's Sean, and as you can see, we've been a little busy on stream. The Feldurian Highlands has gotten a little worked up. A little bit of planning was done. I finished up building the main buildings of the starter town. I dressed up the starting point and even kind of planned out how exactly the area was going to move around. But we have a name for our starter village. It is Gold Ridge. And over here we have the Fort Fair Garden. We've even given ourselves a little bit of lore for each of these. We have the Town Hall of Gold Ridge. We have the McCormick Farmhouses. The Lion's Pride. It's supposed to be Pride, because there's always a Lion's Pride. Pride. Let's go ahead and fix that. Then we have a couple of buildings within the city that I've just given a little bit of flavor text. The Keg and Kettle, as well as the Sleeping Sheep and the Lion's Pride, act as our inns and taverns. We have a potion shop over here called Pots and Tots. And we haven't named our blacksmith. Let's go ahead and name the blacksmith real quick. We'll call it Bronze Beetle. Bronze Beetle? Bronze Handle. Smithy. Leonard Bronze Handle runs this small smithy. He likes it here because of the sense. The view's better. There we go. Let's just make sure everything else. Let's see. Now, I also put this Dwarven Waymaker in. We'll talk about the Waymakers a little bit later, but basically those are going to be kind of like how they're keeping the sun, or the evil magic affecting the sun, from really affecting this area. Because, as you can see, we've also messed with the sky. After all, this whole game is going to be called Blighted Skies, and we've kind of figured out what exactly happened. You see, there was rumors passing through the world that some great wizard had completed some sort of pilgrimage, we'll call it for now. And this pilgrimage has caused the sun to basically turn black and hollow of itself. And that's kind of what our players are going to be playing into. The sun has just turned back, and they are trying to figure out what's going on. And these Waymakers are keeping that spell at bay from completely destroying the sun. And we'll explain all that as we go on. But that's kind of the idea. Now, there are a couple things we need to do. We need to finish our classes and a couple of other things for setup before we can actually start and release our game. Okay, we also have an upgrade to grab. So let's go ahead and grab that upgrade. And we'll go to advertising. Okay. Now, for the class, talked with a couple of friends on Discord, as well as the girlfriend, and she says something that has to do with dragons and up close. So So I think for our DPS class, we'll do a rage-based Dragonborn or Dragonkin. We'll start here. Okay. Let's go to torso. Let's give him a little bit more. Oh god. Let's give him a quad. Nope. That's nightmare. Let's idle him real quick. First things first. How big is he right now? Let's take that down. Just a little. Let's bring all that down to 1. We want to keep this head. For sure we want to keep this head. We gotta get the rest of this body. Definitely. Oh wow, no, they're all set that way. How about legs? How big are the legs? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Now we gotta bring everything down. There we go. Okay. So for the torso, you want that. Something a bit different. Monstrous. No, this is gonna be a player character. So let's go ahead. Let's accent this back. That look. I'll apply it. Let's get his abilities. We'll go up to his 4th level. And we'll see what we can do from there. Obviously we don't want a volley. We want a strike. Maybe not a fish strike. Let's see what else we got. What else do we have? That'll work. Do melee range, 1 second cooldown, and supply a single target. Does 3 damage? Tank does 2.5, healer does 2. You should do 3 damage. This will also generate rage. 1 rage every time you use your ability. And this goes up as levels go up. As for that, we're going to make it straight. And I think we're going to go with this for his color. Strike out target. Filling you with bloodlust. We'll call his rage bloodlust. Now, for a second ability, let's see what we got. We got a quick shot. I think for you, we're going to go ahead and cause a bleed effect on your first attack. Dragon's Rend. Into the target. I know biting's not a rend, but bite into the target, tearing flesh, bleeding. Report 5 seconds on a 5-second cooldown. Melee range, single target will cost 3 rage to do 4 damage instantly And then another 4 damage over 2 seconds. A third attack they can have. Let's give him some range. We'll give him like a fire bolt or a fire spit ability. They just shoot a ball of fire from their mouth. Oh, I don't like that symbol. There we go. Dragon spit. No. Yeah, no, spit. Dragon spite. This one's going to be a missile range, single target. Cost. Three rage. Do 3 damage on the initial hit. And weaken. Weaken for 2 seconds. Say 2.5. For 20%. 4 damage. Spit molten fire. Target melting armor. There we go. And then lastly, let's give him an AoE. We'll call it Dragon's Breath. This will be like a little cone or small area that can shoot a fire every, let's say, 30 seconds. Breathe out a large cone of fire. Apply. This one again is going to go ahead and be that red color. This one we want on cast. This one we want to make it like fire. And this one we want as a missile. This will cost 5 rage. Small area. Missile range. 30-second cooldown. 0.5-second cast. It will do 8 damage, and another 6 damage over 3 seconds. There we go. The Dragonkin Berserker. He looks a little short in that model editor though, so let's go ahead. Torso, adjust, bone scale. Up. Apply. See how that'll work. Let's actually put them all out to see how they look. So we go to NPCs. We'll make them their respective class trainers. I like putting them next to the doors to see, like height-wise, if I'm okay with it. I feel like the dragons need to be a little bit bigger. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's go 1.6. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, and we have our 3 starting classes. The Dragonkin Berserker DPS, Aphelios Bard Healer, and the Solandrian Paladin as our tank. The only other thing we need to set up is progression. You can do it a couple of different ways. I like doing it as a flat 25. And then 25 for every level after. Lead multiplier is 2, boss multiplier is 10, and base kills needed to get a level. $25. No. 25 base. So at level 1, it's 50 kills. Level 2, 75. Max level, they need a 500 kills. And we'll give them a 25% boost when they level up to their stats. We don't want them going all crazy. We'll apply that. Now we know our max level is 250,000 experience. How many quests do we want that to be? 10 at the beginning? 100 at the end? This is fetch quests, so let's go 150 at the end for fetch quests, and 15 at the start. And here we'll do 10 and 100. So I feel like kills are a little bit more, and they're going to be worth... Those will be worth 10. Fetch quests will be worth 5 at the base, as far as our gold goes. So that's our classes. That's our base city. That is our starting point done. Now, I think we're almost ready to release the game. Yeah. As for NPCs, we do need to make some sort of monsters. So let's go ahead and start our quest lines. Okay. We will have... Well, actually, let's make our guard. Go to model editor, presets. We can use him as a base. Yeah, let's use him as a base. Now for the head. Let's go. Well, that's perfect. We'll just keep him as a guard. We don't need to worry about making him too much. 'Cause he is going to be an NPC. He'll also be who gives us our first quest. And his quest is going to be quite easy. Delete this one. We're going to go to the mayor's house. What happened to the sun? So our players come out into this. And they ask them, hey, what happened to the sun? Go to the town and make sure everyone's okay and find out if anyone knows what's going on. So our players will travel over here, get into town. We can move these guys around. Let's put him over at the Lion's Pride. We can move you to Pots and Tots, as if you're like the owner of Pots and Tots. In fact, we'll change your name to Tots something. And then the Berserker can be outside the tavern, causing fights and such. Cool. So they'll come here and they will find the mayor. Let's make an NPC for like a townsperson. Something easy. Farmhand. Let's make them a little nicer dressed. Not doesn't make sense for them not to have. There we go. That'll work. Maybe get rid of the hat. Maybe just get rid of the hat. Townsfolk. Now, sadly, we do have to use a lot of these NPCs a couple times over, but that's okay. So look at here, and there'll be a mayor. This will be Mayor Westwick. And they'll ask you to do a couple things around town. Check with the town. People of Goldridge. Solas. defend yourself. Go to the smithy. A place to call home. It's kind of like a tutorial, like, hey, go set your spawn here, go to buy stuff here. These are your shops, and so on and so forth. And then we will set up lookout point. Check in with lookout point. Well, hopefully that's saved and I didn't just fuck it up. We didn't mess it up. So this lighthouse is going to be called Lookout Point. Lookout Point is home to a lighthouse. Guides and warns sailors of the rough rocks. Litter. Cliffs. The ocean. Okay. And this is where I think they'll have some trouble finally. And that would be down here. For sure. I think the trouble is the trouble would be found by a guard with an actually, let's do that the other way. Let's do this. An NPC guard. Actually gotta hit. I don't get the money back for that. Okay, good to know. Well, on their way they'll meet these two. Now over here, we're gonna put some undead. We'll just do base skeletons. We'll give them 12 HP with 5 rage. It's a skeleton. So, we can put some undead down here. We have our first monsters, guys. Heck yeah. Scenery. Let's go. Is this where the broken bridge is? Boats are? No, here they are. Do we have a cart set? I think we'll do wolves through here. So we got undead here. We'll do something here. Probably do some more undead up here. Wolves through here. Maybe bandits and wolves. And then area 2. We want to make sure we're reusing some of these assets as much as possible because we do have a limited number of monsters we actually get to create. And they unlock as we get more and more subscribers. Let's go ahead and take care of the wolves real quick. We'll be right back. And we are back. Server Wolf. He's got a swipe. An ankle biter. that will basically be him tripping enemies. Prowl, where he jumps out of the shadow at range and can bite them. Then Pack Tactics, which is Howl into the night. The endless night. Now we can color a few moves into here. Boom. Okay. So, come out, find out that you need to come over here, talk to him. He sends you guys this way to check it out, only for you to find these people with a turned over cart. Who are these people? Lighthouse Keeper. Lightkeeper. Say. No. Let's go easy. Stacy. Lightkeeper Stacy. And Quinn Darren. The only survivors. They boats. So, she tells you guys that these boats have been crashed into the side or run aground, and from them, hordes of undead are coming off and attacking. In fact, we will go ahead and put a couple modular ruined buildings down. Are these the ruined ones? Yes. Let's go with a few. Move this one over to here. And of course, we'll do a little bit of editing. We'll have a little path that kind of cut off from here. I went into this little town that was starting to build up. And we can make the NPC skeletons. There we go. NPC skeletons. And draw those out just a little bit from there. We'll also put a big one down here. Right in front of this house. shall ask you to go in and kill some of them. Find any other survivors. Go and kill rotting, rotten captain. He's gonna be called Captain Foulrot. Rot with the boats undead crashing into it. So look out our outlook. Look at that. So and finally, he's going to tell you to go back here and send a warning. And that'll be kind of our first quest line. We will need to fill this up, but we might do that on stream. And this as well. Also think I'm going to put a mine right back here. And we have wolves over here. I think next episode we might be able to release the game. Actually start getting players in here and naming them after viewers. But if you're still watching, thank you. Like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Until next time, thanks for coming to the arcade.